Hello students, let's continue our chapter waves. So the first topic is formula for speed of transverse wave in a stretched string and in a solid. Firstly we will discuss about the string. So we know that in string and in solids transverse waves are produced. Okay, so we will find out the velocity of wave that is produced in the string. For example, there is a fixed end here, and you have tied a thread in the horizontal direction, and suppose you are holding this end of the string and you are making oscillations in this string in the up and down motion. Okay, so you will obtain wave pattern like this here, wave pattern will be obtained like this. So what is the speed of wave, or what is the speed of transverse wave? Okay, we will find out the speed of transverse wave in a string. So in a string, speed of transverse wave, suppose it is denoted by v. V depends on two factors. First is tension. Okay, tension in the string. Speed of wave, speed of transverse wave in a string depends on tension in the string. Okay, without tension no disturbance can propagate in the string. So what are the dimensions of tension? Tensions have dimension of force now. So dimension of force is mlt minus 2. Okay, dimension of force or tension will be mlt minus 2. This is the dimensional formula of tension. Okay, similarly it speed also depends on another factor, which is mass per unit length. So mass per unit length. So what is the dimensional formula of mass per unit length? It will be ml minus 1, है ना? Dimensional formula for mass per unit length is ml minus 1. So if we take the ratio of, suppose we denote mass per unit length by small m. Okay, mass per unit length is suppose denoted by small m. So take the ratio of t is to the m. So t is mlt minus 2 and mass per unit length is ml minus 1. So dimensional formula for t by m is ml minus 1 t, m, from m is present in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So what we are left with, dimensional formula for t by m will be l minus 2 t minus 2. Okay, so l minus 2 t minus 2, sorry, it will be l plus 2. So because in this term will go in the numerator and the power will become positive, so plus 1 will be plus 2, so l2 t minus 2. So dimensional formula we have derived for the term, dimensional formula for t by m is l2 t minus 2. So this dimensional formula resembles the square of velocity, है ना? This dimensional formula resembles the square of velocity. So there is a term, there should be a term which is square of velocity, which is equals to t by m. So speed of transverse wave in a string will be equals to under root t by m. So this is the speed of transverse wave in a string. Okay, speed of transverse wave in a string is equals to under root t by m. T is the tension in the string and m is the mass per unit length of the string. Okay, next is speed of transverse wave in a solid. So speed of transverse wave in a solid depend upon two factors: speed of transverse waves in solids. So again it depends on two factors. One is the elasticity or modulus of elasticity, है ना? Modulus of elasticity, which is eta. Also on the density of the medium. Okay, second factor on which speed of transverse wave in solids depend is density. So take the dimensional formula of eta and take the ratio of dimensional formula of eta to the rho. Dimensional formula of eta to the rho. So we know that dimensional formula for eta is ml minus 1 t minus 2 है ना, and dimensional formula for rho is mass per unit volume. So ml minus 3 is the dimensional formula. So m to m will be cancelled out. So what we are left with, this term will go in the numerator, so plus 3. So what you are left with, L2 T minus 2. So dimensional formula for eta by rho is L2 T minus 2. So there should be a term in the left hand side which is this dimensional formula is resembling the square of the velocity na. So eta by rho is equals to v square, or v will be equals to eta by rho. So if in the numericals string is given, you will use the formula under root t by m, and if in the numericals solid is given, for example any aluminium block is given and in that transverse wave is traveling, so v is equals to, so v will be equals to under root eta by rho for a solid medium. Okay, so this was all about speed of transverse wave in strings and in solid. Now we are going to calculate the speed of, we will derive the formula for speed of a longitudinal wave. Okay, we will find out the speed of longitudinal wave in a fluid and then in solid. Okay, in a fluid or then in solid. Now let us discuss speed of longitudinal wave in fluids. Okay, speed of longitudinal wave in liquid or gas or in fluids. So again we will derive it with the help of dimensional analysis. So when longitudinal waves travel in the form of compression and rarefaction, so the speed depends on the bulk shape related elasticity, which is bulk modulus of elasticity. So two factors on which speed depend is, one is bulk modulus of elasticity denoted by K, and another is density of the fluid. Okay, another is density of the fluid, which will determine the kinetic energy of the wave. Okay, so two factors on which speed depend is, one is bulk modulus and another is density. So take the dimensional formula for the ratio K to the rho. So we know that dimensional formula for K is ml minus 1 T minus 2, and dimensional formula for rho is ml minus 3. So you will have the formula, dimensional formula as L2 T minus 2. Okay, so there should be a term in the left hand side which again it resembles the dimensional formula of square of velocity. So there should be there should be a term which is v square on the left hand side and k by rho is right hand side. Though two quantities are equal only if their dimensional formula at left hand side and right hand sides are equal. That we have discussed in previous chapter, in the first chapter, in your third chapter. So v is equals to under root k by rho. Okay, so v is equals to under root k by rho for formula for speed of longitudinal waves in fluid. Okay, also next we are going to discuss about the Newton's formula for speed of sound in a gas. For example, sound is traveling in a gas medium. Okay, so sound is traveling in a gas medium. So what is the speed of sound in that gas medium, that we are going to discuss now. Okay, so Newton derived, we are discussing about the Newton's formula. Okay, so Newton's formula for speed of sound in a gas. Sound waves travel in the form of longitudinal waves, na? So Newton assumed that when the sound waves travel, that process is happening at constant temperature. That is, propagation of sound is a isothermal process. Okay, propagation of sound is an isothermal process. he assumed that there is continuous compression and rarefaction forming in the continuous compression and rarefaction is forming in the gases whenever a speaker speaks or whenever a speaker is producing a sound. So when particles comes close together or in the compression region, pressure increases and the temperature in the compression region increases. Okay, it was the assumption of Newton's, but Newton assumed that when sound propagates, it is an isothermal process. Which kind of process is this? Isothermal process. So what is an isothermal process? In isothermal process, temperature remains constant now. So there is continuous compression and rarefaction formation taking place in the sound waves. So when particles are coming close together, they are forming compression region and the temperature in that region or area is rising. This increase in temperature is transferred to the rarefaction region. Okay, this increase in temperature is transferred to the rarefaction region. So whatever is the rise in temperature, that is transferred to the rarefaction. Okay, in rarefaction temperature will drop down, है ना, particles are going far apart and their temperature will go down, and their this decrease in temperature is compensated by the heat that is being received by the rarefaction region from the compression region. Okay, so Newton's derived the formula that speed of longitudinal wave in sound wave is as follows: under root k by rho, है ना, speed of longitudinal wave in speed of longitudinal wave, speed of sound waves which are longitudinal wave in a gaseous medium is having the formula under root k by rho, and k is the modulus of elasticity, है ना, and this is taking place at constant temperature, isothermal. This process is isothermal. So if there is isothermal process, then PV is equals to constant for isothermal process, na. So but during the compression or in the compression region, pressure is increasing, है ना, and also there is change in volume. So how will you show this change in this equation? By differentiating it. So take P as it is, differentiate, take derivatives or small change in dV, then take V as it is, take small change in pressure, and it is equals to derivation of a constant term is equals to 0. So pressure is equals to minus V dP by dV. Okay, pressure is equals to minus V dP by dV. So P is equals to minus dP dV by V. Okay, P is equals to minus dP PV dV by V. So this is equals to volumetric stress, pressure, change in pressure, minus dP, replace it by volumetric stress, na, stress is force per unit area, that is the same as change in pressure, है ना. So dV by V is the volumetric strain. Okay, so also this ratio is equals to K isothermal. K is the modulus of elasticity taking place at constant temperature. So speed of longitudinal waves in fluid is V is equals to K isothermal divided by rho. So you can replace K isothermal by P. So V is equals to under root P by rho. So if you calculate the speed of gas, speed of longitudinal waves in gaseous medium, for that put the value of P and rho. So standard value of pressure is 1 atmospheric pressure, which is equals to 1. Put P equals to 1.013 into 10 raised to the power 5 Newton per meter square or Pascal. Okay, and put rho of air, which is rho for air is equals to 1.293 kg per meter cube. Okay, so what will you obtain? You will obtain the speed of longitudinal waves in when sound waves are traveling, which is equals to 280 meter per second. But this value is slightly less than the experimentally observed value, or this value is less than the actual value of speed of sound in gaseous medium. Okay, so it indicates that there is something missing in this formula, and this formula was corrected by Laplace. Okay, Laplace corrected this formula, and what he assumed that the propagation of sound waves in gaseous medium is not a isothermal process, but it is a adiabatic process. Okay, propagation of sound waves in gaseous medium is not a isothermal process but an adiabatic process. Why he assumed for that? Because gas is a poor conductor of heat. Okay, gases are poor conductor of heat, so there is no transfer of heat can takes place between compression and rarefaction region. Okay, temperature cannot be remain constant. Okay, but overall heat is not lost by the gaseous system. Okay, now we will discuss the Laplace correction in the Newton's formula. Newton's assumed that propagation of sound wave is an isothermal process, but Laplace assumed that this process is actually a adiabatic process. Okay, so why he assumed that? Because first thing is that gas is a poor conductor. Okay, so there is no such thing can happen that increase in temperature in compression region is transferring its heat to the rarefaction region. Okay, so the gas propagation of sound wave is an adiabatic process, and there is a change in temperature. Okay, when compression and rarefaction is being formed, there is a change in temperature. There is rise of temperature in compression and fall of temperature in the rarefaction. Okay, second assumption is gas is a poor conductor of heat. Okay, second assumption is gas is poor conductor of heat. Okay, so also this compression and rarefaction is happening at such a small interval of time. The time gap is very small, such that there is no time to transfer of heat to take place. Okay, so there is no time for transfer of heat to take place. Okay, so these are the assumptions followed by the Laplace. Okay, so according to Laplace, speed of longitudinal wave is k adiabatic divided by rho. Okay, for Newton it was k isothermal divided by rho, and we have proved that k isothermal is equals to actually the pressure, है ना? So the formula, this formula changes into p by rho. For Laplace, this modulus of elasticity constant is for the adiabatic process. Now for the adiabatic process, we know that PV raised to the power gamma is equals to a constant. In adiabatic process, temperature can change, है ना? Pressure can change, volume can change, but no exchange of heat takes place. So derive this. We will derive it because pressure is changing, volume is changing. So take P as it is. Take small change in volume, gamma V gamma minus 1, okay, into dV, and then take V raised to the power gamma as it is, and there is a change in pressure dP, which is equals to 0. Okay, so now find out the value of gamma P from here. So P gamma is as it is. Take this term to the other side, minus V gamma dP, है ना, and this term will go in the denominator, V gamma minus 1 d V. Okay. So in the numerator we have the term V gamma, and in the denominator we have the term V gamma minus 1. So this equation will modify into P gamma, है ना, minus V gamma. The sign of this term will change, minus gamma plus 1, है ना, dP by dV. Okay. P gamma. Okay. Now gamma to the gamma, it will cancel out. So what we are left with, minus V by dV into dP. So I am writing it again. P gamma is equals to minus dP dV by V, minus dP dV by V. Okay. So this is again, dP is the stress, है ना, and dV by V is the volumetric strain, and that is equals to modulus of elasticity. Here modulus of elasticity is taken at adiabatic condition. So K adiabatic. So we can replace K adiabatic by P gamma. So V will be equals to under root gamma P by rho. So value of P is, put the value of P and rho which is as it is, है ना, and then also put the value of gamma for gases. Gamma for gases is 7 by 5. Okay, put gamma for gases 7 by 5. You will find out, you will put the value of P, this one, rho is this one for gas, and gamma is 7 by 5. So what, after calculation you will observe 331.3 meter per second. So this is very close to the experimentally observed or actual value of speed of sound. So it means the assumption of Laplace is correct. Okay. According to Newton's assumption, we calculated the value of velocity of sound as 280 meter per second. By calculation we obtained this value, but this value is far away from the experimental value. So the assumption of Newton was wrong, and by calculating the velocity of sound by using the Laplace assumption, we are very close to the actual value. So it means assumptions of Laplace is correct. Next we are going to discuss about the factors affecting speed of sound in a gas. So what are the factors on which speed of sound in a gaseous medium depends? Now the formula for speed of sound in gaseous medium is gamma P divided by rho. Okay, the formula is gamma P divided by rho. So let us discuss about the effect of pressure. So what is the effect of pressure on the speed of sound in gaseous medium? Okay, so speed of sound is given by V is equals to under root gamma P divided by rho. Okay, so for at constant temperature, if the temperature is constant, we know that PV is equals to constant. We can put the value of V as density is mass by volume, na. So what is the volume? Volume is mass divided by density, है ना, mass by density. So as the mass of the gas is constant, so P by rho is equals to constant, है ना, कि P by rho is equals to constant. Suppose the temperature is not changing. Okay, suppose in the gaseous medium temperature is not, overall temperature of gas is not changing, then the mass of gas is always a constant, है ना. So you can take m in the denominator. So constant by constant is equals to a new constant. So whenever there is a change in pressure, there is always a change in density. Okay, so in the same ratio, whatever is the change in pressure, there is a change in density. So the factor P by rho will always be a constant. Hence there is no effect of pressure on the speed of sound in a gas. So no effect of pressure on speed of sound in a gaseous medium. Now the next factor is density. What is the effect of density? Some gases are highly dense than the other gases now. So what will be the effect? Suppose there are two gases, gas number 1 and gas number 2. So for those both these gases, velocity will be, suppose velocity for first gas is under root gamma p1 by rho 1, and for the other gas gamma v2 is gamma p2 by rho 2. Okay, v1 is gamma p1 by rho 1, v2 is gamma p by p2 by rho 2. Okay, suppose the gas is taken at constant pressure. Okay, gas is taken at constant pressure, then P will be constant for both the gases, right? P will be constant for both the gases. Now divide both these terms, V1 to V2. What you will get? Under root gamma P by rho 1 divided by under root gamma P by rho 2. ठीक है, so under root gamma and under root gamma will cancel out. So what we are left with? Under root, this root is on the whole term. So what we are left with, v1 by v2 is equals to under root rho 2 by rho 1. है ना? So from here we find out that v is inversely proportional to v1. See, velocity of first gas is in the numerator and its density is in the denominator. So v1 is inversely proportional to the square root of the density. So it means the gas which is more dense than the other gas, you know, its speed will be less. The gas which has higher density, if density is higher, speed will be less. So dense gas will move with the low speed, and the light density gas will move with the high speed. Okay. Next is effect of humidity. Humidity means presence of moisture or water vapor in the gases. Effect of humidity. Suppose the gas we have taken is rich in water vapor. Suppose large amount of water vapor is present. So we know that from this formula that and V is equals to under root gamma P by rho. So if P is constant, pressure is constant, V is inversely proportional to the square root of gamma, है ना? So if you talk about the density of water vapors, density of water vapor is equals to 0.8 kg per meter cube. Okay, density for water is 0.8 kg per meter cube, and density for dry air, density for dry air is equals to 1.29 kg per meter cube, 1.293 kg per meter cube. So you can see that the water vapors have less density as compared to the dry air. Dry air is more dense than the water vapor. So if moisture is present in the air, it means quantity of water vapor is more in the air. So for water vapor, density is less, speed will be more. So if there is increase in humidity, increase in humidity leads to increase in the velocity of gases. Okay, velocity of sound waves. Okay, increase in humidity will leads to increase in velocity of sound or speed of sound in gases. You can see again that water vapors are less dense as compared to the density of dry air. So if there is increase in the humidity level or moisture level or water vapor level, then there is increase in density, है ना? Sorry, there is decrease in density as compared to the dry air. So if density is less, speed will be more. So if there is increase in the moisture level, there is increase in the speed of sound waves also. Next property, effect of temperature. Okay, so next factor is effect of temperature. Again, sound waves travel in the form of longitudinal waves, and we know that longitudinal waves in a gaseous medium has speed after the Laplace correction gamma p by rho. So you can write P in another form as we know that for an ideal gas PV is equals to nRT. Suppose we have taken 1 mole of a gas, है ना, so volume can be written as mass by density, है ना, volume can be written as mass by density. So find out the value of P by rho from here. So what we will get, P by rho is equals to RT by M, है ना, P by rho is equals to RT by M gamma. P by rho is RT by M, है ना. So we need to find out the effect of temperature. So we have converted this formula in terms of temperature. So if R is a gas constant, M is a mass, gamma is a constant, it means V is directly proportional to under root T. So if there is a rise in temperature, there is rise in speed of sound in gaseous medium. So in summer, sound will travel with more speed will be higher in the summer weather as compared to the winter weather. Okay. Yes, there is a term called temperature coefficient. What is temperature coefficient? It is the increase in velocities of sound for every 1 degree Celsius rise of temperature. Now we have derived this relation that V is directly proportional to under root T. So if there is an increase in temperature, there is increase in speed of sound waves. Okay. So at 0 degree Celsius, if suppose we have initially taken the temperature at in unit of Celsius and convert this unit into Kelvin scale. Okay, convert the temperature into Kelvin scale. So as V is directly proportional to under root T, and temperature in Kelvin scale can be written as temperature in degree Celsius plus 273, है ना, temperature in degree Celsius plus 273. So if you want to take the temperature at 0 degree Celsius, what it will be, temperature in Kelvin will be equal to temperature in degree Celsius is 0 plus 273. Now take the temperature at T degree Celsius. So temperature at T degree Celsius will be, temperature in Kelvin will be T plus 273, है ना. So velocity of sound at 0 degree Celsius is proportional to temperature, and this temperature is equals to 0 plus 273, है ना. And also velocity of sound, it means we have taken velocity of sound at 0 degree Celsius. Now take the velocity of sound at T degree Celsius. So T degree Celsius velocity, which is converted into Kelvin scale, can be written as T plus 273, है ना, T plus 273. So take the ratio of both these terms. So velocity at T degree Celsius divided by velocity at 0 degree Celsius is equals to under root T plus 273 divided by under root 273, है ना, under root T plus 273 divided by under root 273. So we can write it as T plus 273 whole under, we have taken single under root symbol, है ना, and you can also write it as T by 273 plus 273 by 273. So it will be equal to 1. So velocity at T degree Celsius divided by velocity at 0 degree Celsius is equals to under root T by 273 plus 1, है ना, under root T by 273 plus 1. So it can be written as 1 plus 1 T by 273, है ना. So velocity at T degree Celsius by velocity at 0 degree Celsius is equals to 1 plus T by 273 raised to the power 1 by 2. And if you apply the binomial theorem, so 1 by 2 will come in the 1 by 2 will come down, है ना. So what you are left with, let me rub it. So what you are left with, 1 plus T by 2 times of this will be equal to 546, है ना, 1 plus T by 546. So Vt will be equals to, from here Vt, velocity at T degree Celsius will be equals to V 0 degree Celsius 1 plus T by 546, है ना. So Yes, Vt is degree Celsius is equals to V0. Take this V0 degree Celsius in the bracket, but you will get V at 0 degree Celsius plus V at 0 degree Celsius into T, है ना? So we take this term on the left hand side, what you are left with Vt degree Celsius minus V at 0 degree Celsius is equals to this, है ना? So this is known as temperature coefficient. Okay, this is known as temperature coefficient. You can further solve it. After solving it further, we obtained here V at degree Celsius minus V at 0 degree Celsius is equals to T by 546 V at 0 degree Celsius. Okay, so V at 0 degree Celsius is taken as 332 meter per second. So you can put the value of V at 0 degree Celsius, which is 332 meter per second. So solve both these terms, what you will get 0.61. After solving this, what you will get 0.61. So if T is 1, that is temperature change is equals to 1 degree Celsius, or temperature rise is equals to 1 degree Celsius, then Vt minus V0 degree Celsius will be 0.61 meter per second, or you can convert it into centimeter per second, which is 61 centimeter per second. So you, for every 1 degree Celsius rise in temperature, there is increase in velocity by 61 centimeter per second. Okay, so every 1 degree Celsius rise in temperature, there is rise in speed of sound by 61 centimeter per second. Also there is effect of wind, है ना? So if the sound waves and wind is traveling in the same direction, speed of sound will increase, relative speed of sound will increase, but if they are in opposite direction, relative speed of sound will decrease. Okay, so next term is frequency. Speed of sound is independent of frequency. Okay, speed of sound is not dependent on the frequency, it is independent of frequency. Means whatever is the frequency of sound, high frequencies of sound, low frequency sound, their speed will remain as it is, because frequency depends on only on the source, not on the medium or any other factor. Okay, so there is no effect of frequency on the speed of sound. Okay, next is effect of amplitude. Amplitude is the maximum displacement from the mean position. So there is no as such effect of amplitude on the speed of sound, but if the amplitude is very large, then compression and rarefaction will cause large temperature variation, which may slightly affect the speed of sound. So this was all about for today's session. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.